Armory and Community Hall. A year after the World War, a group of Brattleboro citizens explored the possibility of creating a memorial for those who served during the recent conflict. There was discussion about building space for the local company of the Vermont National Guard to house their equipment and conduct drills. The high school was looking for a gymnasium space, and many local organizations were looking for a building to hold social events. In 1920, the idea of creating one building to serve all of those needs was supported by most of the community. Funds were secured from the state of Vermont and the town of Brattleboro. Land was donated by the Dunham Shoe Company. The Brattleboro Memorial Armory and Community Hall was completed and held a soft opening in April of 1923. It was at that time that the state of Vermont accepted ownership of the building and began military-related activities in the structure. At the building dedication, Governor Proctor said he believed that Brattleboro's armory was the state's seventh that was collaboratively funded with state and local monies. The first Community Hall dance was held in late June 1923. A 7-piece orchestra from Barre, Vermont was sponsored by the American Legion, and over 150 couples attended. It cost 25 cents to attend, watch, and listen from the balcony. It was 50 cents for women who attended the dance and $1 for men. By December of the first year, there were dances twice a month and basketball games scheduled in the community hall on a regular basis. The December 19th Christmas dance advertised a 12-piece orchestra that played snappy music, and a foxtrot competition which included a $5 gold piece for the best trotters. One of the highlight performances in the community hall was the August 1928 appearance of 74-year-old John Philip Sousa and his band. The band consisted of 75 musicians and performed 23 numbers in front of 1,500 people. Those who could not fit into the community hall stood outside the building and listened to the music from there. A crowd pleaser occurred during intermission when Sousa directed the Brattleboro High School band as they performed one of his marches. The climax of the evening was the Sousa band's rendition of Stars and Stripes Forever. The Reformer reported, "In this number, 20 men, 8 cornets, 6 trombones, and 6 piccolos stood along the front platform, and with the support of the rest of the band, they gave the audience a thrill that will long be recalled." On Friday, February 21, 1941, over 200 couples danced in the community hall at the annual ski ball sponsored by the Outing Club. 3 days later, 183 local National Guardsmen were told to report to the Armory for the first mobilization of the militia since the World War. On March 12th, they loaded a special troop train and headed to Camp Blanding, Florida, to join the 43rd Division and to train. 9 months later, the bombing of Pearl Harbor occurred. In September of 1950, the local company of the Vermont National Guard departed the Armory and headed to Virginia for training. They were deployed to support NATO during the Korean War. Over time, the community hall served many functions. Dances were sponsored by various local organizations. Brattleboro High School held its phys ed classes and basketball games in the facility. Boxing matches and town meetings took place there. On March 1, 1960, approximately 255 local citizens met at Community Hall to hold Brattleboro's last town meeting. It was the last time the vast majority of Brattleboro citizens could choose to participate in town meeting. Local needs changed. The community hall went through a transformation. A new high school on Fairground Road meant that large meetings could be held there. The National Guard moved to a larger facility in Westminster. The state of Vermont turned the Armory over to the town of Brattleboro, and the town received a federal grant to convert the Armory into a recreation and senior center. In 1978, the Armory was renamed the Gibson-Aiken Center. Today, many people call the building the Rec Center. The building continues to serve the community long after its dedication. The Gibson-Aiken Center is now the home of the Recreation and Parks Department and Brattleboro Senior Center. The Recreation and Parks Department provides both active and passive recreational opportunities for Brattleboro citizens to enjoy. H.C. Rice said at the dedication, "The purpose of the building is to give constant and active expression to the value of community cooperation in things worthwhile," while the Armory and Community Hall has remained true to the original goal. Here are recordings of two popular Brattleboro musical groups from the 1960s playing signature songs. The zip codes, "Baby Made a Fool Out of You," and the trophies, "Walking the Dog."
She broke the needle, baby, she can't go walking the dog. Just walking the dog.